Today's topic is purity of mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so trying to keep this topic simple today. I've got a birthday party to attend, but before I go, I'm starting a week-long challenge with you. That's 5 days between, well, actually, more like 4 days, but for you, as long as you wish, I don't recommend you go past 7, but a 4-day long dry fast. That means no food, no water for that entire time. If you want to do a hard dry fast, that's don't even come in contact with water. But I'm going to do a soft dry fast because I have to be around people and I would like to keep good hygiene for that time. But if you wish to do a hard dry fast, more power to you. I commend you. I once did a 7-day hard dry fast. That's not food, no water, no contact with water for 7 days. I even had to stay inside a couple of those days because it was raining outside. So, best way to purify your mind, body, and spirit. I will attest to this, and many of the clergy of the ESC also will attest to this. A hard dry fast is the way to go. Next on the list, close second, is a soft dry fast. And a distant third is a water fast. And after that, you name it. There's a lot of things you can do. But that just, that's for encompassing all three with one activity, right? But there's a lot of things you can do, such as abstaining from use of drugs, alcohol, any other sort of mind, body, or spirit altering substance that could come in contact with you. If you can abstain from using that, ingesting, imbibing, including that in your daily practice, what have you, then that would be a good form of abstinence when it comes to things that could possibly, if you do without, could possibly help you to purify your mind, body, and or spirit. So I hope that you keep those things in mind. I was inspired to talk about this topic really because of my personal experiences with marijuana, or the lack thereof. Since purifying using a hard dry fast and extending it from 3 to 7 days, I since purified my body from the THC and CBD substances which were in my fat cells in my body. I'm not an average body fat percentage person. I am and was what is considered obese when it comes to my body fat percentage. So that 2-month grace period that people think they have of getting that stuff out of their system, it really doesn't apply to people who are overweight. I'll tell you that now. That stuff will stay in your system much longer. Keep that in mind. And it wouldn't surprise me if people who are using marijuana may be overweight as well. They seem to be a little bit lazier. I'm not intending any insult towards anyone personally, but there's a lot of negative side effects of marijuana use, especially recreational marijuana use. Now let's put the excuses aside. I know people like to think that it alleviates physical pain better than other things. There's a lot of natural things that you can do to alleviate pain, such as, well, try to find the cause of the pain and fix that. You don't need a drug to just dull the pain. Then again, you don't need a drug to alleviate any symptom, really, unless that symptom is inhibiting you from recovery. Usually, inhibiting that symptom actually in itself inhibits recovery because you forget that you have the problem in the first place. Well, marijuana also affects the memory. So if you want to talk about forgetting your problems, marijuana is going to cause you to do that too. What else does marijuana do? Well, it dulls your senses, physical, spiritual, and mental. Your emotional senses are dulled. You are stuck in a state of unawareness of your own emotions. And your sense of defiance against figures of authority is also heightened. So therefore, when you are using marijuana, you're more likely to disobey the Lord. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to disobey the laws either, especially in the country in which you live in. Well, unfortunately, marijuana has those side effects. And if you don't believe it, Perhaps there wasn't a medical study done yet to prove that marijuana turns you into a defiant prick. Well, it does. You can just look at history, cultural history. Look at the most defiant people in the past 40 years in the United States of America, the country with the most common, highest populous use of marijuana in the history of the world, the known world. Yeah, look back in history. Yeah, most of those revolutionaries in the past 50 years, potheads. Yeah, it's true. So a pothead will not only make you defiant against authority, it'll make you dumb, it'll make you slow, it'll make you senseless, and it'll make you lazy. So, and it'll also make you forgetful. So, of course, it'll make you feel relaxed, and it'll make you not feel as much pain for the moment, and it'll make you forget about your problems, and yeah, it'll help you with all those excuses in life, so you don't have to do or be responsible for anything. So if you want that, congratulations. You really have no place with the Lord. But if you don't want that, if you want to take responsibility for your actions, if you want to purify yourself and become closer to the Lord, well, that, amongst other things, you'll put aside for the sake of good. Uplifting yourself to God means putting aside the things of this world. With that said, the topic being purity of mind, body, and spirit, I wish you blessings in the name of Lord Rael. Have a lovely night, and I'll see you tomorrow.